G'day, it's Stefan Angelini from Angel Advisory on the Real Wealth Podcast, talking something real simple today, which is basically how much money do you spend? Who knows how much money they spend? So many people don't, but it's one thing that's super important to keep track of, and it can be really easy. So what I want to talk about today is two ways to track your expenses. One's a really big, simple way, and the other way is one where you can go a bit more in depth for some people that really want to dedicate some time to it. Now, before we get into it, I just want to let you know this is just general information. We're not talking personal information. If you want to know what sort of strategies can relate to your personal situation, feel free to reach out to your licensed financial advisor. So let's get into spending. Knowing how much you spend is super important. It's the only way to realize what I've got to spend and what I need to save going forward. The easiest way to do it is to take your bank accounts from a year ago, from 6 months ago, and compare them to where they are now. By comparing them to where they are now, you'll be able to simply realize, has my expenses exceeded my income or not? And if it has, then you need to seriously look at it. So by tracking that way, and even if there's no income coming in, you can really easily tell how much money is going out. And you need to be able to know this stuff to be able to plan for the future. Because if you're spending way too much money today, and there's not enough money coming in, then your net wealth is going to drop. And it's something you've got to keep in track of, on top of. The next way to do it, it's a bit more complex, is by using a system that actually tracks where your money goes, and you can put that money or that expense into a category. Now, think of it this way. You link in all your bank accounts to a software. The software recognizes when you spend money. It tries to put it into a category. You then spend the extra time putting that actual expense into the correct category. You then have the ability to go back every month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months to determine how much money have I spent on certain things? How much have I spent on Uber Eats? How much have I spent on coffees? How much have I spent on cabs, Ubers, anything like that? And probably a little one as well. How much have I spent on going out for lunches and drinks? All these things that people don't realize start to add up. And let's be honest, we're creatures of habit. So it's easy to spend and spend and spend and think it's not an issue, but it's normally those little expenses that happen reoccurringly that start to impact us the most. I know personally, Uber Eats has been a killer for our family, and my wife's an amazing cook, but it is what it is. So if you use that kind of program, it takes a lot of time, but it really allows you to get down in the depth. So if you want to change your behaviors on your expenses, you need to use that cash flow tracking program to really go deep. Do it for 6 months, change habits, do it for another 6 months, see if anything changes, see if you can start to save more. No matter if you're the richest person on earth or you're not earning that much money, by controlling how much you spend, it will really help to exceed your expectations for your wealth creation journey. Hopefully this helps a little bit. Get on top of your spending. If you've got any questions about this and what we use, reach out to hello@angeladvisory.com.au and we'll be able to share something with you. Cheers.